Commissioner Ronan is absent. Commissioner Bush?
Here.
Vice Mayor Alsager?
Here.
Mayor Perschbacher?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, since we have a quorum, we will continue with the meeting. At this time, we have an introduction of a recreation coordinator, Tyler Moss.
Thanks to the commission for the opportunity to speak tonight. 3 years ago, when I was teaching an evening class at CMU in the sport management program, we had a student who sat front and center, was very engaged, a very hard worker, and it was very clear early on that there was a lot of potential there. And so throughout the course of the semester, I suggested to our staff that we bring this gentleman on and bring him in for a chat and see if we can't get him involved. 3 years later, those skills and those qualities have translated very well into our department. He's been involved with us for 3 years. Tyler's an extremely hard worker, very personable, and he's got the skill set I know it's going to serve our department in this city well. So it's my honor to introduce Tyler Moss as our new recreation coordinator.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Yes, I'm Tyler. I know some of you have probably met me here in the city, but if you guys have not, it's nice meeting you, and I will be excited to work with you guys in the future. So,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome, Tyler. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda at this time? Can I have a motion to accept the agenda as presented?
I move.
Is there a second?
I second.
All those in favor say yes?
Yes.
All those opposed, no. All right, the agenda will continue as presented. At this time, we have public input on agenda items. If you wish to speak on the agenda, please come forward to the podium, state your name and address, and you'll be given 5 minutes. If you're joining us by Zoom, you will be asked to use the raised hand feature or *9 if you're joining Zoom by phone. You'll be moved into the meeting and you'll be asked to state your name and address and be given 5 minutes. Is there anyone that wishes to address any of the agenda items at this time? Is there anyone on Zoom that wishes to address agenda items?
No, there is not.
Are there any emails?
No, there are not.
All right, at this time, I'm going to close the public input and we will move on to the receipt of petitions and communications. Manager DeSense.
Receipt of petitions and communications includes the monthly report on police-related citizen complaints received, report on review of medical and adult use marijuana ordinances, minutes of the Parks and Recreation Commission from September, minutes of the Traffic Control Committee from September, and notice of temporary traffic control order number 3, 2023.
Right, thank you. Are there any items in the consent calendar that the commission would like to move off the consent calendar to move into the agenda? All right, Manager DeSense, can you please go over the consent items?
Consent items this evening includes approval of the minutes from the regular meeting held November 28, 2022, consider award of contracts for the 2023 water treatment chemicals, consider resolution approving the final amended 2022 operating budget, consider authorization of an agreement with Core Technology for new records management system for a cost of $65,673 with an annual maintenance cost of $29,000 per year after the first year, consider resolution authorizing the submittal of a Michigan Department of Natural Resources Spark Grant application for the 2023 Mid-Michigan GKB Pathway South Connection Project for $1 million for the development of a non-motorized trail in the south end of the city. Consider motion to cancel the City Commission meeting scheduled for December 19, 2022. Consider resolution to authorize Finance Director Marianne Cornexel to approve the issuances of payrolls and warrants for December 13, 2022 through January 8, 2023. Consider setting the first meeting of 2023 for Monday, January 9, 2023, and consider approval of payrolls and warrants.
All right, do I have a motion to accept the consent items as presented?
I move.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second.
All right, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed, no. All right, we do not have any public hearings tonight. We do not have any new business. We will move on to our announcements of city-related issues and new businesses. New business. Does any of the commissions have any announcements that they would like to present at this time? Vice Mayor Alsager.
I just want to say a quick thank you to Olivia Simon, who was with us for a good part of her term, but knowing that at this point, her replacement has been chosen, I think it's good just to recognize that she was a good part of the commission.
Yes. Are there any other announcements?
Well, I saw an email from Brian
Yes,
that he was excited. They've been in the committee forever, and so.
yes.
he was
Brian
excited-
Hansen.
Brian Hansen,
Yes.
yeah. So he was excited about the celebration, and so that was cool to read.
Yes, it's always nice to get encouraging emails from residents,
Yeah.
especially business owners that are excited about things that are happening. Any other announcements? All right, at this time, I would like to thank the commission and the staff for another good year that we are closing out soon. I would also like to recognize George Ronan for his willingness to serve on the city commission. His passion and love for Mount Pleasant and its residents drove his unfailing dedication to this commission. If you've ever had the opportunity to meet him and to talk to him, then you can attest to his kindness and his willingness to listen. I'm sorry, I'm getting very emotional right now. All I can say is, may we all strive to be the best version of who we are based on how George showed us to be. At this time, we're going to open up public comment on agenda and non-agenda items. If you wish to come to the podium and state your name and address, you'll be given 5 minutes. If there's anyone on Zoom, you may use the raised hand feature or *9 if you're joining Zoom by phone. You'll be moved into the meeting and you'll be asked to state your name and address, and you'll be given 5 minutes. Is there anyone that wishes to make a comment at this time? Is there anyone on Zoom?
There are no raised hands on Zoom.
Okay. Commissioner Chapman had mentioned that Brian Hansen had sent us an email. I'm going to read the email because it's very well written and is very, it was sent to the City Commission, but it says, "My name is Brian Hansen, local resident and owner of Bees Music here in Mount Pleasant. I wanted to send off a quick note to give props to the city staff and all involved in this year's Christmas celebration. We at Bees Music have been involved in it for a number of years, and I was widely impressed at the overhaul and glow up. This year felt more like a farmer's market combined with a small festival. There were tons of activities, and all my favorite downtown businesses were involved. This felt more on the level of the beer tasting event for how popular and well done it was. While I'm sure many more were on the planning, Tyler Moss and Ryan Lagoria were really great to work with. We at Bees have had fun participating in the parade and the festivities. This made me excited for next year to be involved and reminded me how lucky we are to have such motivated city staff. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see what they come up with next year. Brian Hansen." If there is no other comments, no one else wants to come forward and say anything, I am going to close the public comment and entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll move.
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed? None said. We are adjourned at 7:14.
I was gonna say, yeah, all these members of the public in attendance. You're gonna have to pay off.